Alright. Hi guys, my name is Dray. Can I start over? It's just recording, right? Sports performance coach. Hi guys, my name is Dray. I'm a sports performance coach intern at Marquette University in the fall of 2016. And welcome to my presentation today. I'm going to talk about my annual plan for cricket. First, I have a short video here for you that kind of goes over the stereotype of cricket, especially to Americans, because it's a pretty foreign sport.
Hello, lads. Oh, hello, Seamus. Right, fine performance at the cricket match today. I was spirited to have you down there watching me.
Well, it's a brilliant day for a long and confusing game of cricket. The field is teeming with men in helmets who don't seem like they need helmets, and men not in helmets who seem like they probably should be wearing helmets. Oh, he's about to clear out of the stadium. Is that good? We don't know, but it's what we do.
Yay! Oh!
So this is a little clip from my favorite show. I thought it was really indicative of my understanding of cricket before I started this research. But one of my main goals today is to tell you that you can, even though you're not familiar with the sport or how it's played or the rules, you can still learn a lot or enough to be able to program for it. And then I have another video here for you. This is Mohammed Nabi. He's a really good batsman. He's from Afghanistan. So I'll let you watch
it now for Afghanistan. Mohammed Nabi comes in, but they've lost 4 wickets in just under 12 overs. So that isn't the sort of start that they required.
He's gone now, and so's the ball. Wow, that's the biggest shot of the evening. Massive. And Jordan fans love it. Why not? Haven't had much to cheer. They've got something there now. Talking the last over about Nabi's hitting ability and whether or not he was going to hang around for much longer. As it turned out, he wasn't, and that is out of the ground. Well, it's the football season here in about a month, and that's all the way to Sharjah Football Stadium. And the funny thing was, Brian, I'm not sure whether he got that right out of the middle. A little bit low on the bat, maybe I reckon he's got a bit more in him.
So that's just a little clip that gives you an idea of how cricket is played. So I have a trivia question for you guys. It's which one of these following words is an actual cricket term?
God watering.
Nope.
Googly.
It is a googly. A googly is a type of delivery from the bowler, who's like the pitcher in baseball. And it's when the spin of the ball goes downwards towards the ground and then towards the batter's legs, which is used for deception because that's not the common way to bowl a pitch or bowl a delivery. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about cricket. It's played all over the world, especially in England, India, Australia, and South Africa. There's several different kinds of cricket. There's first-class cricket, which each team gets 2 innings, and it takes place over a course of 3 to 5 days. Then there's also a type of cricket that's called limited over cricket, and that's more of a slimmed-down version. And generally, each team gets 50 overs, and it's designed to complete in 1 day. And then to make it even more compact, there's 20-20 cricket, and teams are limited to 20 overs each, and it's designed to be completed in 1 night. So I'm going to focus on club cricket in England, and these are the 3 main competitions that a team can compete in. So there's a first-class county championship, which would be the first-class cricket. The Royal London One-Day Cup, which is limited over cricket, and then the Nat West T20 Blast, which is a kind of 20-20 cricket. So about the cricket field, this is a picture of a normal standard cricket field. It's an oval shaped with boundaries around the outside. And then in the middle of each pitch, or in the middle of each field, there's a pitch that's 22 yards from end to end. So from one side of the white line to the other white line is 22 yards. And then the space between the white line and the end of the cricket, or the end of the pitch where the grass starts again, is called the crease. And I'll go more into that when I talk about how to play and scoring. And then there's boundaries that go around the outside, and it's about 9,000 square feet inside the boundaries. So to give you a comparison, that's about the size of the infield of a normal 400-meter track. So about cricket teams, there's 11 players on each team, And the team in the field, there's one bowler who's like a pitcher, and then a wicket keeper right here who's more of like a catcher in baseball. And then there's also, from the other team, there's two batsmen, one that's actually batting, and then there's another batsman that does some of the running too, and I'll explain more about that later when I talk about scoring. And the rest of the players are just field players, so they're catching balls like this guy is here, and then throwing them back in towards the pitch. So the objective of cricket is to score as many runs as you can, given the number of innings and overs that the type of cricket has. And one over is usually 6 deliveries. And then the bowler delivers the ball from one wicket to the other wicket, and the batsman tries to hit it wherever he can, or wherever would be most optimal to score as many runs as they can. And then to score runs, each of the batsmen run back and forth from one crease to the other crease, and switch in place, and then one run is scored when the teammates successfully switch places. So I have a quick video that shows you guys this.
Shot.
In cricket, it's not very often both sides get a workout like this.
A chance of 4 here if they can run. There to be a relay throw. And there it is. Overthrows go. They're up to 6 now. Can they do 7? Marge is going to come back. So much for me saying he's not running as fast as he used to. But we'll just have a close-up now of his heavy breathing.
The batsman may have made 7 runs off one ball, but it looks like he needs 40 winks to recover from it all.
He's almost down and out, but he's managed 7.
So on this single play, this cricket team scored 7 runs. And then another way of scoring is called 4s and 6s. You would get 4 runs if you hit the ball and it bounced over the boundary, so it hit the ground first. That would be 4 runs, and then 6 runs would be if it hit over the boundary on the fly. So a little bit more about cricket. Batsmen can be dismissed in several ways. They can be bowled, which is where the bail, this part of the wicket here on top that holds the wickets together, is disconnected from the stump. It can also be leg before wicket, which is where the ball hits their leg before it hits their bat. They can be caught, which is where they hit the ball and a player in the field catches the ball. They can be run out, where they hit the ball successfully, but the opposing team knocks one of the bails off of the stump before they reach the crease. And they can be stumped, where the wicket keeper puts down the wicket. And those are just a few of the ways, so I have another trivia question for you guys. How many different ways do you think a batsman can be dismissed in cricket?
13, 11.
No, 11. There are 11 total ways that you can be dismissed in cricket. Some of them include penalties like interference with the other team or interference with the umpires, and then there's also handling the ball and a few other ways that are way over my head. So a little bit more specifics about cricket, biomechanical analysis. So to play cricket, you need to be able to run, you need to be able to strike the ball, and you need to be able to bowl, and if you're a field player, you need to be able to catch, dive, and then cut. So to do these things successfully or at a high level, you need to have good acceleration and sprinting, cutting, change of directions, and then whole body rotational power for strength. And a few injury considerations for cricket specifically. Bowlers often get a lot of rotator cuff tears and medial epicondylitis due to the overuse nature and repetitive throwing. And then when they land, a lot of them suffer knee and ankle ligament sprains when they land on their first foot. Batsmen are mostly susceptible to oblique strains while swinging, and then similar kinds of elbow inflammation as the bowlers, and then hamstring strains during acceleration when they run back and forth on the pitch. The fielders are susceptible to a lot of the same kinds of injuries, especially in cutting and diving. So now I have my off-season plan for you guys. A typical cricket off-season plan is 16 weeks long. I chose to divide mine into 4-week blocks. So I go from about October 30th to February 18th. And the first 3 weeks of all of my blocks increase in overall training load, and then the last week there's a decrease in the training load to get ready for the next stage. So some off-season goals. Sports specificity is a big one. You definitely need to focus on the muscle groups and the movements that you're going to be doing when you actually play cricket. But you, at the same time, you need to address inherent imbalances that might be due to overtraining those kinds of muscles that are used often. And then working on addressing the inherent imbalances will help mitigate injury risk. For cricket, a lot of athletes rely on short, explosive, powerful movements, so fewer repetitions at higher intensities are going to help develop those variables. And then also, cricket athletes need to maintain some sort of cardiovascular capacity, especially if they're playing test cricket, which goes over a course of days. They need to be able to maintain their athletic ability over an extended period of time. And then I've also incorporated some flexibility and mobility training to decrease injuries. This is a sample workout I have for an off-season, so there's a warm-up at the beginning, and then there's a quick plyometric series also at the beginning. And then I've set it up so the foundational and bigger lifts are at the beginning, and I've also supersetted them, which is divided by colors, and a lot of them are superset with rotational exercises and ab workouts. And then, so what I have here in colored would be for 1 week, and then there's increases in week 2, 3, and 4 of each block that are increases in percentages for load. Now I have my preseason. The preseason is about 8 weeks long, so I also divided that into 4-week blocks. And then it's similar to the off-season plan where I have increases in load for the first 3 weeks and then a decrease in load for the last week. So a few preseason focuses, you definitely need to be more sport-specific than you were in the off-season. And there's a huge focus on explosive strength and speed development. So lower repetitions, so close to 4 and 8, in a higher intensity will promote those increases in maximal explosive strength. And then there's also flexibility and mobility training to mitigate injury risk. Here's a sample preseason workout that I have laid out. So there's a warm-up at the beginning, and then the jump squats that should help with the explosive strength, and then cleans from the floor and shoulder press that are going to help with striking especially, and then a few other rotational exercises and ab exercises as well. And then the increases for week 2, 3, and 4 are similar to what they would be in the off-season. So a typical cricket season is about 24 weeks. I would have mine go from April 16th through October 1st. And then there's usually 2 or 3 games per week with the different competitions that each team is participating in. So that doesn't leave a whole lot of time for training and lifting. So during the season, you really have to be very sport specific because you want to give your athlete the optimal time or the optimal training to have a successful season for them. So, and also the balance between load and adequate recovery time is essential because you don't want to have any overuse injuries, especially in a long 24-week season. So obviously, like I mentioned, injury prevention is key in the competitive season because you want your athletes on the field participating in competition. And then if you look back in my plan, I have peaks here that are, I talked to one of the coaches and we decided to peak around certain competition dates that are important for the team. And to do those peaks, we're going to increase intensity because cricket is a very intense sport. They rely on short, explosive bouts of exercise. So we're going to increase intensity to reach those peaks instead of frequency duration. Here's a quick sample in-season workout. It's a little bit shorter than the other workouts that I have, just due to the amount of games that each athlete is playing. And then after the season, I have laid out a 4-week period where athletes are free to rest, recover, and cross-train on their own. Thanks for listening to my presentation today. If you guys have any questions, you can let me know now, and I've also included my contact information. So does anyone have any questions for me about cricket?
Any questions?
So as far as like in-season competition, how many teams are like in a league, or like
Sure.
how does championship work?
Let me go back to where I have the leagues laid out. So the first class county championship usually always takes place at the beginning of the season in April and May. and there's 18 county teams in England and Wales. And then that'll be over. They do that right away, and that'll be over. And then the rest of the season is between the same 18 teams. It's split up between the Royal London One Day Cup and then the 2020 league.
What are going to be your key performance indicators for your team? I.e., like, what things are you going to look to test? What things are going to be important to you from like a sports performance perspective for cricketers?
I'll be testing a lot of the Olympic lifts, so clean and jerk and snatch are important because they're whole body explosive movements, which is where cricket players are getting a lot of their power from, those kind of movements, and also squats too, and then quick sprints. So sprint starts, I had that in, I think my in-season sample workout was sprint starts, so when you're trying to get store runs by running back and forth 22 yards, it's really important to have that quick acceleration ability and ability to cut and change direction and turn back and head towards the other side.
Any further questions? No?
What's like an average cricket score?
I don't know an average score, but they do get pretty high, especially when in the test cricket when they're playing 2 innings with unlimited numbers of overs over 3 to 5 days. Those scores are in the hundreds sometimes, but it's really dependent, I guess, on for an average score. I don't really know, but they're pretty high. Yeah.
Do you plan on, let's say, like any acceleration training or speed training or any conditioning?
Yeah, I think. So I don't have any in the off season. I guess when I was putting these together, I was thinking more in the weight room, but there's definitely things that we can do outside of the weight room.
Like what?
Like I was just saying, the acceleration drills. So like, I know I definitely put it in the sprint starts. So doing those like outside of the weight room, maybe on their field, so they're running on the same surface they would be in a competition, would be helpful. And then doing other kind of quick agility drills would be really helpful too.
Okay, good. Good job.